Depp's sister Christy testified that she and Johnny were victims of abuse at the hands of their mom when they were growing up.
None of what was happening in our home felt good. Both Johnny and I, actually. We decided that once we left, once we had our own home, that we were never going to repeat ever anything similar.
Justin, Johnny Depp's sister, has testified against Amber Heard in the defamation case. The 61-year-old allegedly felt afraid for Depp's life when he was with his former wife, Amber Heard. So what exactly did Johnny's sister reveal in her testimony? How does this testimony affect Depp's case? Johnny Depp's older sister, Christy Dombrowski, testified in court and admitted that she was actually scared when she learned that Depp was marrying Amber Heard. "I was devastated. Actually, it was going to happen as quickly as it was being pushed for. I actually tried to talk him into just waiting a little bit longer and not rushing," his sister testified. She also allegedly stated that when the former couple went together, she would arrange an extra hotel room for Depp in case they clashed. "When they were traveling, I wanted to make sure there was an extra room because it wasn't unusual for them to have an argument," Dombrowski revealed. She also added that Depp would be able to leave the room as he did when he was a boy and his mother became abusive. Dombrowski also revealed that Johnny Depp wanted to have a prenup before getting married, but Heard was strongly against it. She said that Depp's team wanted her to sign a prenup to protect his children, but she wouldn't do it, so they got married without one. When asked if there were occasions where Heard was not nice to Depp, Dombrowski said there was one that, quote, "really stayed with me." She then described that it happened when they were at Depp's office and Christian Dior had called saying they were interested in working with Depp. She then went on to say,
But Johnny told Amber that I had just had a meeting with Dior and that, they were interested in him. Her reaction to that was she was in disbelief and sort of disgust because she said, "Dior, why would Dior want to do business with you? They're about class and they're about style, and you don't have style." So it was the insulting kind of taking away that one moment. That insult is there. I've seen the insults multiple times, actually.
When asked what Heard would say about Depp's physical appearance, Dombrowski said she had branded him an old, fat man. Aside from Depp's relationship with Heard, Dombrowski also asked about their parents' relationship, to which she replied, "Father was a kind, patient, loving, gentle man. Our mom was the opposite, very high-strung, very nervous, anxiety, angry." She then added that their parents, Betty Sue and John Depp, were two completely different personalities. Depp's lawyer, Benjamin Chew, then proceeded to question her on whether their mom was ever abusive to their father, to which she replied, "Mom would scream, yell at him, she would hit him, call him names, that kind of thing." And when asked if their father would ever hit back, she replied, "No, Dad never reacted when Mom hit him or screamed at him. Basically, he would let her scream and get it out and be done. The way you dealt with my mom, he always tried to keep the peace." Chew then proceeded to ask how their mother treated them. Similarly in how she treated Dad, she screamed, she yelled, she hit, she threw things, she called us names. We each had our own set of names. Some we wouldn't repeat. My name was Violet. Violet was my father's mother, and my mom hated my father's mother, Dombrowski answered. Betty Sue and Johnny Depp divorced in 1978 when Johnny was 15 and Christy was 18. Depp has described their family home as a ghost house, which helped him turn into a more nurturing person. But the chaos was difficult too, and Depp began using drugs at just 11 years old. Betty died of cancer in 2016, aged 81, and at her funeral, Johnny Depp described his mom as the meanest human being I have ever met in my life. In a 2018 interview with Rolling Stone, he also called her a bitch on wheels. When asked if Betty had a special name for Depp, Dombrowski replied saying, "One eye was her favorite, because when he was young, the doctors thought he had a lazy eye. They put a patch on his good eye to strengthen his other eye." As for how young Johnny responded to the names, she said, "Those names were just a way of life. We got used to them." Dombrowski was then asked if their mother ever hit them, to which she replied, "Yes, she did, but I was also very quiet, very shy. I learned early on to step back. I would step away from the trouble. She would hit us, through things, go pick a switch off a tree that she would hit us with, one that's nice and green. If it wasn't a nice green twig, it wouldn't break." As for young Johnny's case, she replied, "He was a typical little boy. When hurt, he would cry. For the most part, he just wanted to get away from it. When he was older, if she hit or threw things, he never went to that place. He would get away. He would leave the area, go to his room," she said, adding that he would never hit his mother back. Depp and Heard are squaring up over a December 2018 op-ed Heard penned for the Washington Post declaring herself a domestic violence survivor. The article didn't mention Depp by name, but the veteran actor sued for $50 million, claiming he was booted from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because of the clear implication he was the abuser. The article prompted Depp to file for defamation in Virginia, where the Washington Post servers and several of its offices are based, stating, "Ms. Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator." Depp's suit claims Heard presented the world with a hoax account of the infamous May 21, 2016 dust-up that brought the couple's tumultuous marriage to an end, complete with fake injuries and crocodile tears. He further alleges that his ex-wife was the actual perpetrator of the violent bouts that scarred their relationship, including a notorious incident in Australia where she allegedly severed his finger with a vodka bottle. Heard has countersued for $100 million, claiming that it's both true that she suffered years of abuse at the hands of her monster ex, and that it's her right to talk about it under the First Amendment. She also added that Depp has waged a years-long smear campaign using media allies and internet trolls to silence her and derail her acting career. She stands by her claim that Depp hurled a phone in her face and viciously battered her during the fateful 2016 fight, despite LAPD officers deciding there was no grounds to investigate. The officers were among dozens of possible witnesses slated to give evidence either in person or via video link over the next 6 weeks, including Hollywood actors Paul Bettany, James Franco, and Ellen Barkin. Another intriguing name is Elon Musk, whom Depp has accused of having an affair with Heard while they were still married, an accusation the SpaceX mogul has denied. But according to sources, Elon Musk will likely swerve proceedings because he's not a Virginia resident and therefore can't be compelled to give evidence. Depp's team is also set to cast doubt on photos of Heard's injuries by calling upon forensics pathologists and computer experts to explain how the wounds don't match up with the abuse described by the Aquaman actress. And they may also confront Heard with audio recordings in which she talks about hitting Depp and questions whether anyone would believe he was a domestic violence victim. Depp is fighting an uphill battle to salvage his reputation after Britain's High Court ruled against him last year when he sued the Sun newspaper for calling him a wife-beater. Heard's promised to give away her entire $7 million divorce settlement, splitting it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital Los Angeles, will also come under the microscope again. Now, I would love to hear from you. What do you think about Johnny's sister's testimony? Is it enough to prove that Depp isn't the abuser that Heard claimed he was in the 2018 Washington op-ed? Tell us in the comment section below, and be sure to check out our other video concerning Johnny Depp raging about how Heard mentally ruined him in court. As always, thanks for watching.